According to a 2021-22 National Pet Owner Survey conducted by the American Pet Products Association, 70% of U.S. households own a pet. That's about 90.5 million families, and that's a number that's only been increasing as time has gone on. However, that does raise a question on how one can provide for their pets if the pet outlives them. Today we'll be discussing 3 ways you can provide for that funny-looking friend in your family through estate planning, using a trusted friend or family member, a pet rescue organization, or the often asked about pet trust. Hi, I'm Andrew Bethel, and our clients often ask how they can take care of their pets if something should happen to them. To that, we recommend one of the 3 options depending on their circumstances and really taking into account their family dynamics. Remember, under the law, pets are considered property and therefore must be accounted for when drawing up your estate plan. The first option is to simply leave the pet and some money for their care to a trusted pet-loving friend or family member. If you know someone who loves animals, gets along with your pet, or you know they'll do the right thing, then a good option is to leave them your pet and provide some funds so they aren't suddenly bootstrapped, if you will, with another mouth to feed. Keep in mind, under this option, however, any money or funds you leave that person would be considered an irrevocable gift to them, with the understanding that they're going to take care of your pet. Once the money and the pet are with them, though, it is their responsibility to care for the animal and use the funds as they see fit. You can request they provide any remaining funds to, for example, a pet rescue organization of your choice, but they won't necessarily be bound by that request. The money is theirs at that point. But that does bring us to the next option, and that's leaving your pet and some funds for their care to a local or otherwise reputable pet rescue organization. For example, there's an organization near one of our offices, YAPS, and they are a no-kill rescue facility for dogs and cats, and they'll adopt out pets, but they also depend on volunteers and donations in order to operate. An option like this is great because 1, you're leaving your beloved friend with individuals or an organization that will know how to care for them. 2, your pet may be adopted into a loving home. And 3, you're supporting an organization with a great mission. If you do choose a rescue organization, then I would highly recommend leaving funds, as many, like YAPS for example, depend heavily on donations and volunteer time, meaning their budgets and facilities can be stretched or even limited. Finally, while those are options that are great for the pets we typically have, dogs, cats, fish, or birds, we have had clients with either many animals or a large variety of animals that may require specialized care and a lot of space, like horses on a ranch. For those people, a pet trust would be the best option, and there are 2 ways to go about establishing a pet trust. First, we have the informal way of doing so, and that is specifying in the distribution of your revocable living trust or your will who is to receive that animal and what funds they will have access to for that animal's care, which is similar to the first option I covered in the video, but it does just provide greater detail as to that care. The second is establishing a formal pet trust under your state's trust laws. Here in California, we can create a pet trust to hold money for the benefit of our pets, but with some conditions, safeguards, and protections. To start, you have to specify or name your pets, and they have to be alive at the time you establish your trust. You cannot create a pet trust for future pets. Remember, pets are property under the law, and for a trust to be valid, it needs property or assets in it. Next, you would name the person you want to care for your pets and specify how your pet should be cared for, and finally, leave a set amount of money for their care. Then you can designate what should happen to any money left over after the last pet in your trust passes away. For example, requiring the funds to go to an organization, or allowing the caretaker to just keep whatever ultimately is remaining. However, all this does raise one big important question though. If under a typical revocable living trust, the beneficiaries are the watchdog over the trustee, and the parties withstanding to bring a lawsuit if the trustee acts wrongly, who has the authority under a pet trust? A dog or a horse can't bring a lawsuit on their own. Thus, you would also designate a person who can go to court and enforce the terms of that trust. In essence, you're designating person A to take care of your animals, but you are empowering person B to make sure person A is providing adequate care and following the trust. And finally, person B can take person A to court if need be. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to check out some of our other excellent videos here. But don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell, and tell us what you'd like for us to cover down in the comments below.